What are some ways we can approach others to discuss their pain? I would say people have to be ready to talk about it. And we've mentioned that a few times. We may have gone a few times to grief group and not said anything. We were there to support, even though in heart of hearts, we may have been there for a deeper reason for ourselves. You cannot talk to anyone about their problems until they're ready to hear it and ready to accept it. So I think there's some rare moments we stumble across with our friends and family where we can be that listening ear. And I think it's being cognizant, looking for opportunities, but also not forcing them and just letting them flow naturally.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think helping people feel seen and heard is so important. Everybody is going through stuff. And sometimes that stuff is heavier than other times. And sometimes that stuff is good, but that doesn't mean that there isn't still stuff that comes with that good. Any types of changes and transitions, and especially in teenage years, there's so many changes and transitions that happen anyways, throw on top of their family and friends and high school in general. And just really, you have an opportunity to be that listening ear, and just sometimes sitting and saying nothing and being comfortable with silence is so important. Just sitting there and physically being with someone is showing amazing empathy sometimes. They don't necessarily need to hear you talk at them. They just need to know that they're seen and heard.
To build on kind of what Ashley said, to be that person that they can feel seen and heard with all the time will make them more comfortable to open up about things that they're needing to open up about with you. Even if, like she said, even with good things, even if I just want to call a friend, there are certain people I know that I can call with great news, but I also know that there are things that I'm going through that I need to talk about with, or need to just talk at, really. I can call them as well. So that's kind of the thing, is we have to be willing to be those people all the time.
Felicity, anything to add to that one?
Well, I think you guys really covered it. The thing that's sticking out to me is that whole being seen. So when you feel like someone's really seeing you, not just like a, hey, what's up, how's it going? But you know that hey, how's it going wasn't really an invitation to talk about everything. So when someone really sees you and they say, how are you doing? You don't feel like opening up. You know that that person cares, and that you can bring up the conversation later on if you need to yourself. And then hopefully the feeling's mutual and everybody can talk to each other.